Hey everyone, how's it going? Alpha Chess here, bringing you another video, and today I'm going to release a basic video on how to play chess, just a brief look at this wonderful board game. And the first thing I'm going to do is give you a little bit of the object and design of the game. And so chess is a game. Each side has 8 pieces as well as 8 pawns, as you can see. And there's 2 colors, there's black and white. White always goes first and black goes second. Now, the object of the game is to capture the opponent's kings. So whoever is able to capture the opponent's king first wins the game. So it's really a simple design, and it was initially designed a long time ago. I don't know the exact date, but it was used as a military, a strategic tool that military leaders would use to assess the knowledge of their captains and their generals. Just to see their tactics and their strategic planning. And so it's kind of an interesting game, and I'm glad that it's developed into what it is today. It's cherished by a lot of people, and yeah. So a couple interesting notes about chess is each piece has an associated point value that goes along with it. And so we'll start simple. The pawns are the weakest piece in well, they're not considered a piece, but they're the weakest player in the chess game. And pawns are one-dimensional. They can only move forward 1 square, and they can only capture or attack in diagonal squares. One exception to this rule is at the beginning of a pawn's move, it can move 2 squares instead of 1 if it so chooses, but only on its first move. Each pawn is worth 1 numerical point value. We'll move on to a rook. We'll start here on the right, and we'll just kind of work our way across. Rooks are worth 5. Rooks can move as far as they want in any vertical or horizontal motion. They are worth 5. We have the knight. Knights are tricky because they move different than any other piece. They move up 2 and over 1 is how it was explained to me when I was a child. They also can jump over pieces, so a knight can do a move like this, whereas a rook cannot. A rook and any other piece cannot move through. As you see, if I try and move this piece, it can't go through another opponent, but a knight can. It can jump over pieces. The numerical value of a knight is roughly 3, but the higher up in chess you get, it's more like a 2.9 or a 2.8. The next piece we'll be examining is the bishop. The bishop can move in any diagonal like this. Once again, the bishop cannot jump over pieces, so it's locked in. In order to move it, you have to create open squares for it to move to. And its numerical value is roughly 3, but once again, the higher up you get, it's more like a 3.2, a 3.1. And so on a general basis, bishops are slightly stronger than knights, but they're very situational, and one can be stronger than the other at any given point depending on the structure of the game. The king is the most important piece and the object of each opponent. The king can only move 1 square in any direction. He cannot move over or capture his own pieces, and he can capture in any direction as well. The king has no numerical point value because if you capture the king, the game's over. The queen's numerical value is 9, and the queen can move in any direction, horizontal, diagonal, and probably is the strongest piece on each player's team. The queen has the largest scope, as Bobby Fischer once said, and is a very powerful piece. Here we have another bishop, another knight, and another rook. The same values and same design as on the other side of the board. So my advice, if you're new to this game and you want to get started, is first thing I would do is I'd create an account on either leechess.com or chess.com and just start playing games. You're going to learn a lot by getting beat by others. I learned a quick trick when I first started playing, and it's this move right here. And this is a basic beginning trap, but normally black thinks, oh, I'm going to pressure the queen, and then checking the king here, and then whatever you do, you're giving up the rook in the corner. So that's a great example of something that I learned just by getting an account and playing very low rated players in the 900, 1000, 1100 area. So that's my advice, is to just get an account. My other piece of advice is to watch other people. Watch this channel. You'll learn a lot about chess, especially if you're a beginner. And just to have fun with it. I wouldn't focus on anything except improving and enjoying the positional masterpieces that can come, as well as the tactics and strategy that come from this great board game. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, go ahead and comment that down below, and subscribe and turn on notifications, and I'll keep releasing content like this. So hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one.